Welcome everybody. Hello. Welcome to on the deck. I'm trying to clap and play this. Why did you pick those things here? Latin percussion. We have it. Let's guess. Let's try to figure out why you picked Latin percussion today.
Why did I pick Latin percussion? Does anybody know why I picked Latin percussion today?
So nobody's gonna respond because we're talking like they just listen to us. I don't. They're probably talking to the TV or the screen, but we can't hear it.
I don't know. It's because I danced salsa for a bit of time, and we were supposed to learn how to play the clave a little bit so that we knew what the beat was, and then that's why I have them.
Oh, I thought you did it because today is Cinco de Mayo.
Oh.
What's up, everybody?
Well,
I'm Miko
yeah.
Tolliver. I'm your host here. You can find me on the web at Miko Tolliver, and I'm here with Antonio Ortiz, who is looking to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, right?
Yes, I'm looking to celebrate Cinco de Mayo and also Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
Well, let's start. Let's keep
Same
slow.
time.
We do have a script. We're gonna get to it.
Oh,
let's,
yes,
you
yes,
know,
yes.
Let's start with the what exactly is this that you have?
The claves?
Yeah.
They're a piece of wood, two pieces of wood that people play, but it's more for salsa, so it's not really related to Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is totally different. It's a holiday to celebrate a battle that Mexicans won over the French way back in the day.
It's actually not a
Day
holiday. It's actually not a holiday, and I'm going to show you this.
Oh,
here.
you're going to educate me.
I'm going to educate you because that's what we do here at KPFA. Look, check this out. Cinco de Mayo is not Mexican Independence Day.
Exactly. It is not Mexican Independence Day.
It is not the Mexico's 4th of July. Mexican Independence Day is September 16th. It also does not, Mexico does not celebrate it. Mm-hmm. So except in the Mexican state of Puebla, where the Battle of Puebla occurred in 1862, which is what Cinco de Mayo is for. Mm-hmm. Also, it is not an excuse to eat tacos and drink tequila or dress up like a stereotypical Mexican in a poncho or sombrero.
Yes. Good thing.
Antonio's laughing at that because I was just like, ooh, let's get sombreros. But apparently that's not the thing to do. And it is not a real holiday. Also, you should note that Mexicans do not celebrate it. And yes, but instead it is to honor the Mexican state of Puebla, where the Battle of Puebla occurred in 1862. We do have something, though, to recognize it because it is still fun to acknowledge this day that is not a holiday and not Independence Day for Mexico, but instead a recognition, acknowledgement of a battle that happened between the French and Mexico in the state of Puebla in 1862. And I think we're going to play it. Can we play our little Happy Cinco de Mayo GIF? Do we have it? Oh, it's coming. I think it is.
Coming. It should be coming.
You like that?
That was so quick.
Did you? It's just that. Well, that's because that's it. That's it. It's just we say it quickly to acknowledge something. It's not a full holiday, so it's we want to acknowledge history. It's what Cinco de Mayo is about, history. But welcome everybody on the deck.
Welcome.
Here
Enjoy
we are.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yes, here we are at KPFA for our monthly on the deck monthly edition, where we do May announcements, right? Can we get up a little thing? Oh, actually, we have a ticker at the bottom. Sorry, I was going to be like, let's get up a little caption there that says what it is, but it's running there at the bottom.
There.
Antonio actually asked a good question today, which is, why do we have a monthly and a weekly? And what did I tell you, Antonio?
Well, she reminded me that our monthly has the monthly herb of the month announcement and also the monthly virgin drink of the month announcement.
That is one of the things. But yes, actually here at KPFA, because this is actually what I would really say. KPFA, we do a lot of news here at this station, and news is always changing. It's always current. It's always brand new. So at the beginning of the month, we try to give you a general gist of what we do already have planned for the month of May, in this case, here at KPFA Radio. And that actually, we keep that up at the top of our Twitter account. We keep it at the top of our YouTube account so that if people can be like, oh, yeah, what's happening? What's happening? However, throughout the month, things change. New updates happen. New guests come on and stuff like that. And then sometimes we find guests from the station who want to come on and talk to us about stuff who probably weren't here at the beginning of the month or didn't have their event planned or we're still finalizing stuff. And so that's why we have those two different ones. So we have The monthly announcements were on the first Friday. It only happened once a month. So we only have to do all this work once a month.
Once a month, yes.
And then we have our weekly announcements, which are every week, Tuesdays at 2. So just so you know, we have a general gist of the overview of what's happening here at KPFA. And then we have everything that's happening, updates throughout the week. You see that? You see our lighting changes? Our umbrella is moving.
Our umbrella, also known as a sail right now, is
Sail.
moving around. It's moving around with the wind.
Yeah. It's gone with the wind. Actually, it's still
It's
here
not
with the
gone
wind.
with the wind.
You're
It's
right.
still
It's here.
here, yeah.
But anyway, so yes, welcome on the deck. Here we are at KPFA radio station. Remember, anything we talk about here, you want to find out more, always tune into KPFA radio at 94.1 FM. But you can check out information that's in the document or in the description there of the post if you're watching this online. If you're back watching it on public access, maybe in Berkeley or someplace else, you can check out www.kpfa.org. And now, as we've now celebrated Cinco de Mayo, we had a recognition of this historical day.
Battle of Puebla.
Not a holiday, but a historical day. I think we move on to our next bit that I don't want to be stereotypical, but I will highlight this shirt here that maybe the person who is next to me, for whatever his ethnic reasons are, I don't want to assume, but maybe he's excited about this. And so he wore this shirt and wants to tell you what we're going to do.
Well, I just want to let everyone know that we're celebrating Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
All month?
All month. It's for the month of May. There's been some programming that was broadcast this past week. On Monday of this week, there was a live show done by Jelena Keen Lee and Miko Lee of Apex Express. Also, there was a show that's going to be playing today at 3 o'clock. And then also on Monday at 3 o'clock, some more content for you all to just know what's going on. Some activists that are well known in the Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage, not heritage, but Asian AAPI group, some activists in that group that you should know about, and just a little bit here and there. But I just want you to know that I also, I'm Filipino American, so I identify in that ilk, and I just want to let people know that we're celebrating.
I'm celebrating with you.
Yes.
Can I come over your house later and we have a little wine?
You could, but probably not today.
Okay, well,
because I'm going to see.
You're going somewhere?
Wait, what's his name? Something Porter.
He's going out. He's going out.
I'm going out.
So he is celebrating.
Yeah,
He's celebrating all month the joys of his Asian American heritage and sharing it all with you, sharing it with me. So tune in to KPFA all month long as we celebrate AAPI Heritage Month, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. Yep. Also, I want to point out another reason why we do the monthly edition versus the weekly one
is because of the Heritage Months.
And then also I say when it comes to the monthly ones, that's when I'm just like, ooh, let's do some costumes. Let's do a special theme.
That's right. Last month we dressed up.
We did dress up. Last month we dressed up as bunnies, and I think some of you guys probably were watching one of the weekly recaps when we had Joanna Mancaros, and she said the most hilarious thing right before she came on. She's like, I saw that you guys did a video where you guys were dressed as bunnies. I just want to make sure I'm not going to have to dress as a bunny. That has cracked me up like all month. I thought that was so funny. She said that. And I had to reassure her. I was like, we're not going to take you hostage and put you in a bunny costume and put you out to the world. Even though she's the host of Music of the World. And I think there are bunnies around the entire world, but that's not what her particular soapbox is. So
we do this for fun.
Yeah, we do this for fun. That's it. That's our theme for the month. Our theme for the month, Cinco de Mayo. Even though that's just today. You hear that? The sirens in the back. Again, we are here at KPFA radio station in Berkeley, California. Woo, 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 woo. Urban setting. They're coming to get you, Antonio.
Sure.
Okay. Well, anyway, so on top of that, let's move on to what we have next here lined up in May. Before we get down to the really, really big important stuff, we're also going to point out that Talkies, which is on Fridays at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that is hosted. It's hosted by Kris Welch. I like to call her Miss Popularity because she totally is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really is. She's totally Miss Popularity. She also is a great storyteller. Been here at KPFA, I think, since the 70s.
She's been here for a while. Yep.
Well, long time. Yes, very, very great. We did a special on her last year. We've done some updates with her this year. But she's got a new announcement that every Friday now, she will have poet Raymond Nat Turner on her show, and it'll start at about 12:40. That's going to be a recurring guest for our amazing gal, Miss Kris Welch. So I want you guys to tune in for that. Kris always, like I said, she has a lot of great stories and a lot of great things. Yes.
This is for the month of May.
This is for the month of May.
Yeah.
And we'll check in back with her next month to see if it's ongoing, if it's something she's like, you know what? I love this. I'm going to keep doing it. It's great. Right. So that's good. And then also big here around KPFA, we want to at least let you know that what's our big thing? You know what it is? What's happening? What's happening here?
Oh, that one. Yes.
Don't be excited about it or anything.
No, it happens every once in a while. So we're getting into our fun drive. That's happening next week, starting on May 9th.
Oh, that is next week, huh?
Yep. Starting on Tuesday.
Oh, that's good. Tuesday, the same day that we're going to do the weekly recap. So okay, good. So yeah, I actually, you know what I like to do for the fun drive? This is not pitching right now, but what I like to do is I want to encourage you guys to listen in on the radio station for your name, possibly, or someone's name, because I like to do a thank you. Because I know we do the donor highlights, right? But during fun drive, I will do like just a straight promo of like thanking several donors who like donate.
That's cool.
Yeah, right. That. I know I like that. Because here's my thing. I know I love it when I hear my name on the radio station. So I feel like everybody else has got to feel that way too, right? Yeah. Good. All right, good. So we got that going. Super great. Feeling really good. All right. And so now that those are the basic announcements that we have for the month of May, remember that's just what we have so far. Things will change. You'll hear next week. And I know you'll miss us. You love us every week, and then every first Friday. We're here early today too. Yeah. But now it is time for the fun stuff. Which one do you want to do first, Antonio?
Can we do the monthly drink?
Okay.
The virgin drink. That's
our mocktail of the month.
Mocktail of the
mocktail of the month, which is brought to you by Mo Herms, who is the host of the Nightcap. I believe we have a little video for that. We're going to get our PA Jess to play it for you. Go for it, Jess. Kick it.
Hi. I've got a nice little drink for you that's going to take advantage of all the roses blooming everywhere and the grapefruit still growing on trees. We're taking 1.5 ounces of fresh grapefruit juice because it's everywhere right now. And then we're going to add some lime juice. Also, 1.5 ounces of lime juice. And you may be thinking to yourself, lime and grapefruit? That's pretty tart because this is white grapefruit we used. So here's some rose syrup. Rose syrup can be found at a lot of specialty grocery stores. I get mine at a little Persian place near my house. And it's really, really lovely, perfumey, a great color, and it's a syrup, so we're getting some of that sugar in there. Just use 1/2 ounce of that. And now we're going to get some regular simple syrup, very easy to make, and use 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup just to sweeten this up a little bit more. And of course, we still have to dilute. There's sugar, there's sour in there, so I'm taking 2 ounces of crushed ice. And I like to use crushed ice on this because when you shake it, it'll melt faster and it'll dilute really nicely to even everything out there. So shake it until you can't really hear it anymore. And once it gets a little quiet, then you'll want to pour that beautiful drink into a coupe. It should be nice and cold. And there you go. I'm going to garnish it with a rose petal because there are so many roses around right now. And I call this the Tarty Rose. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do.
Nice. You like that?
I love that.
Yes.
The mocktail of the month, the Tarty Rose.
Yes, brought to you by Mo Herms, who is the host of our new show, The Nightcap, which is Wednesdays at 11 p.m.
10.
Is it at 10?
10 to 12.
Sorry, excuse me. Wednesdays at 10. Forgive me. With Mo Herms, who has actually been really great in implementing social media videos into her show. She actually did an interview with one of her guests recently, and that was kind of included. We posted that around on social media. So Another reason why we do the monthly versus weekly. So many different things that we do.
Excellent.
Different do special things,
Yeah.
the special highlights. It's the special time. I'm waiting. I'm excited about, yes, this, there you go. See, Jess is always on it. Our PA Jess, who's got the captions on. I'm excited about this summer because I just want to let you guys know that as the summer is coming, we've got like, today we have the clave. Show the clave again. Show the clave. Play it. As in, yeah. We got the clave. We had a little GIF about Cinco de Mayo. We gave you a historical information, right? We told you all that stuff. We got AAPI Heritage Month. Next month is going to be LGBTQ. Ooh, what do you want to do for that? I can bring my flag. What do you got?
I got some flags. Yeah. Give me some time to think about it. We got some time.
Okay, we got that. So we got that. This remember last year we did we learned how to dip, which I have been working on very well. So yeah, all kinds of things that we do special just for the month. And then even as the summer goes on, we're gonna have Independence Day. We're gonna just have the dead heat of the summer. So we want to keep you guys all entertained. Make sure you have more fun. I want to say that I was gonna say that maybe the monthly version of our show is the funner one, but I think it's just because we'll have themes and we'll have costumes, because during the week we do laugh quite a bit.
We do
laugh a bit.
We laugh way a lot.
Wait, yes, I thought you were gonna say way too much, and I was like, no such thing.
No, laughing is good. There's no such thing as too much laughing, right?
Okay, there's no such thing as too much laughing.
We've had this discussion before, right, about laughter.
Yeah, but I just feel like, I don't know. I know people who are just like, we want to be serious all the time. And I'm like, ooh, what's worth living? What's the point of life if we aren't going to laugh and be silly? That's the fun part.
Yeah. So we're here to have fun with you.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So being that with having fun with you, now it is time for our other monthly special that we do for Herb of the Month. We got an Herb of the Month video. We're going to play it in our urban backdrop here. Where we got another siren. How come there are multiple sirens? What's going on here down in downtown Berkeley?
Who knows?
But either way, Jess, go ahead and play that video so we can stop hearing that siren.
Hi, this is Sarah Holmes, host of the Herbal Highway on KPFA Tuesdays from 1 to 2 p.m. with your Herb of the Month. Hello, I'm Sarah Holmes. I'm a co-host of the Herbal Highway on KPFA. And today I have for you the Herb of the Month for May. And for this month, I selected nettles. Some of you also know nettles as stinging nettles. So I have some of the dry plant here. You can see what a beautiful dark green the leaves are. And primarily we're using the leaves. There's a little stem in here. Totally fine, not going to hurt you. And of course, the stems have some medicine too. Nettles are such a good nutritive plant for the nervous system. This is a plant that will feed your nerves, which means you're going to feel better because our nervous system and our emotions are completely intertwined with each other. So if you've been stressed out, you've been busy, you've been nervous, you've been anxious, fill in the blank, nettles are a good plant to think about. The ubiquitous jar of tea we talk about all the time on the Herbal Highway. This is a quart size. So for those of you not real clear on a quart, this is a quart. Okay, it's about 1 liter. It's about the volume of most of your water bottles that you're used to. So nettles is also antihistamine and helps clean the blood. So this is a good plant to think about. We're in May, the flowers are blooming, there's a lot more pollen in the air, and for some of you, I know that means allergies. So nettles is a good friend to be taking even before you start feeling allergic, as a preventative. And this is the tea. You can kind of see the color there. I've got some herb in the bottom. So your nettle tea should be a dark green. It should be almost black. So you want that deep, rich color for your nettles. This one I made up this morning. So I simmered it on the stove for about 5 minutes. Then I put it in the jar to let it steep. So steeping just means you've got the loose herb in your warm water and it's doing its thing. The water is slowly extracting the medicine from the plant. And probably in another couple of hours, I'll strain it out, strain the plant matter out, and start drinking my tea. Sometimes people are like, I can't do a tea, takes too much time. I'd rather do a tincture. And that's fine. Absolutely get your medicine in how you can. However, with nettles, I really prefer tea. If you absolutely can't do tea, do a oxymel, which is a apple cider vinegar and nettle, and a little bit of honey. So some of you might like the honey. You're going to get more of the minerals that way, and that's an important part of the medicine we want with nettles. But if you can once a week heat up some water, put a couple handful of herbs in a jar and let it sit for a few hours, you probably have time to do that. So maybe you can pick one day of the week, like Tea Tuesdays, when you tune into the Herbal Highway, and make your jar of tea. Not too much. It's a beautiful way to spend time. And the mark, or the plant matter that you strain out, I like to put under the trees in my backyard. If you don't have a yard, when I was in a city and didn't have a yard, I would put them in a plastic bag and drop them at the base of one of the trees that I walked by, or at a park. But it's a nice way of giving back and letting the plant move on in its own life too. It's good fresh or dry. It has good medicine fresh or dry. The dried herb I probably wouldn't use past a year or two. When it's in this shape, like I showed you, where the leaves are still pretty intact, even though they're dry, it'll last a little longer, probably a couple of years. If it's ground up into a fine powder, the more broken down the plant is, the less time it lasts. So if it's a powder, you're probably going to want to compost it after a year and get the next season's. This can be used as food too. You can put nettle into soups. Some people like to make pesto out of it. It is called stinging nettle for a reason. If you are going to eat it, don't eat just a fresh leaf raw, because it'll sting your throat. You want to at least blanch it in some hot water, which will take care of the acid, which is what's on the end of the little hairs, which is what causes the sting. So that's all you have to do. So if you're going to make pesto, blanch it first, and then mix it in with all of your yummy ingredients. But it's a good way to get the people in your life eating their medicine. If you want to learn more about nettles or some of these related topics, check out our archives at kpfa.org. I picked out a couple, and one, of course, is a whole hour dedicated to nettles that Renee Camilla did on June 7th of 2022. So that's an excellent one. Everything you've wanted to know about nettles, but we're afraid to ask, Renee's probably got covered in that hour. The other one is one on allergies that Emiliano Lemos did in April 6th of 2021. And that also, nettles is that first line of prevention that I like to use for people that are working with allergies. So check out nettles and have a really beautiful May. So if you'd like to listen to more of the Herbal Highway, you can find archives at kpfa.org and on some of your favorite streaming podcast platforms. If you'd like to follow us on social media, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at the Herbal Highway. If you'd like to follow me, Sarah Holmes, one of the hosts of the Herbal Highway, you can follow me at Blue Otter School. Renee Camilla can be found at La Yerba Buena Herbs, and Emiliano Lemos can be found at Trans Herbalist. And check out KPFA, our home since 1997, on Facebook at KPFA 94.1, or Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at KPFA Radio. We hope to see you soon.
That was nice. You like that?
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
That's the Herbal Highway, who's been one of our earliest supporters here. We're getting social media going at KPFA, doing video stuff, and we appreciate how much they participate and help us out and add to our monthly On the Deck. Well, that will be up there for you all month that you can watch. Just once again, if we mentioned anything here, we mentioned several things. We've mentioned Cinco de Mayo, the Battle of Puebla. We've mentioned AAPI Heritage. We've mentioned the updates with Kris Welch all month. We've mentioned the fun drive that we're going to have. We've mentioned the mocktail of the month. We've mentioned the Herbal Highway and their herb of the month. Any of those things you want to find out more about, first of all, tune into
KPFA Radio, 94.1 FM. And to our monthly and also our weekly On the Deck.
Yes. And then also log on to kpfa.org. But here we are, yes, giving you the monthly announcements for May 2023. We've reached the end of our journey for this month. We're excited. Here we are in the dead of spring, which I know here in California, we're actually still experiencing some winter.
Can we change that into the life of spring? We are in
I
the
love
middle of, we are in the life of spring.
Well, we are in the life of
Yeah.
spring. We are in the life of the station. We've been working really hard to bring the station into a new phase of KPFA, which I actually think is going pretty well. All thanks to our wonderful interim general manager, Mr. A to Z, Antonio Ortiz.
Well, I'll say thank you for that. But I also want to say that it's also thanks to everyone like Nico Tolliver, Jess Hutchinson, who's our PA, and everyone else at the radio station for keeping this station going day in, day out. You know, it's with people like them and also listeners like you and our audience that help support us to keep us going.
Yeah, we should say thank you to our,
Yeah.
let's make sure we say thank you to our PA, Jess Hutchison, who works the controls, triggers, the video stuff. Jess, how long have you been here at the station with us? He's been here since at least last year. Has it been a year yet? We don't know.
No,
but
it's not been a year. It's been since maybe
like 9 months, maybe.
September?
November?
I
don't know.
I think it was November.
Maybe a little bit before that. Jess has been here for a while, and life has been so much better. OMG. So we want to say thank you to Jess. We want to remind you guys all, of course, to tune into On the Deck, the weekly recap. That is Tuesdays at 2 p.m. We'll be back here out on the station, out on the deck here at the station, especially since we've got our umbrella. It's about to be spring. I love the sunshine. We're going to do everything here. We've got a lot of things coming up. We've got a lot of great themes that we're going to have for you in the following months and the following weeks. And so we just ask you to continue to participate, support us, and check us out. And with that, I am Miko Tolliver. I'm here with Antonio Ortiz. We are going to say bye. Get your clave. Get your clave.
We're going to say goodbye.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. Happy May. Happy Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Happy all of it. Happy spring. Bye-bye.
Bye.